Good morning, everyone. It's the feast of the Assumption of Our Lady into heaven, and it's a special day for us. It's a day for us to remember that God always calls us to healing, to restoration, and even when the pressures of life feel unbearable, God always helps us to navigate those and to live in a way that helps us to flourish, helps us to be free, and helps us to appreciate the good things of life. Today I remember in a special way all those we've lost, and for who the pressures of life became unbearable. I remember in a special way those who took their lives in my own family, and also friends at university, people that I lost when I was studying. Those are heavy burdens to bear. But thankfully, in our society today, we do have community. We do pray with each other and for each other. And that's what helped me, and that's what sustained me. We didn't have any special counseling set up or anything like that at the university. It was available if people wanted to take it, but nobody was forced. And I think of my friends today in a special way, people I've traveled with, one of the girls in England, Elizabeth, and people that I knew from university that I lost who took their lives. I remember them, I pray for them in a special way, and I ask God that they would be with Him in paradise. Today I'm also remembering Elvis Presley. This would have been his last day on earth, and thanking God for his life, for his music that has touched me and millions of people all over the world. And he's gone. He's not here with us. I'm not delusional. I don't live like I'm talking to the fairies, but his spirit is still with me. And it's still with all of us and the spirit of all those who have gone before us. And the strength that Our Lady had to stand by the cross, to bear that suffering of watching others suffer, is the same strength that I've had to have. And when I'm working, when I have enough money to support myself and to provide for myself, then I can help others. But if I don't have enough to even support myself, to make ends meet, it's impossible to provide for others. So I do things in my own way, and I ask for God's blessing and Our Lady's blessing on all that I do, all the prayers, all the actions I take, all the organizations I support, from Knock Shrine to the Marians, the Claretons. Wherever my work touches lives, I pray that it would be fruitful for the Lord. EWTN. There's so many, I'm not going to name all of them. And especially our parish, where I give off my time. I pray that my work would be blessed and that it would help others, and Our Lady would continue to be a mother for me, as she is for everybody who is in the church. So I remember the Feast of the Assumption today, and thank God for Our Lady, thank God for her life, for her example, and for all of us women, it's a special day. It's a special day to remember Our Lady and to honor her, and to remember that we have the Spirit of the Lord with us. Even though we don't have Him here physically, we have His Spirit with us. And I pray for my friends in a special way today. I think of all of them, even the manager that took his life at TD when he jumped. I pray for him too, and for all the families and all of us who have been left behind, because it's not an easy experience to go through, and it's not an experience that I would want others to go through. Father Chris Ayla also talks about his own experience in that book that I mentioned, and I read that book here in Canada. I watched it on one of his talks, he mentioned it. So I read that book here. And those are the tools I use to help myself. I'm passing it on so that others can also help themselves through this platform because I don't have another way to reach people. It's virtually impossible to set up your own ministry and run it if you're not getting the financial support, or if you're not being given a job in the church or in an organization. So this is the way I'm choosing to do mine, so that others can also be helped and others can also be blessed with my work and with my life. And I thank Our Lady that my life has been a blessing to others, and I pray that it will continue to be a blessing and not a burden to others. So that's what I wanted to share for today. And I am praying for Knox Shrine. I don't know why their Facebook page is not showing up. Like, even if I do a search for it, it's not showing on my Facebook. I usually follow them for main events like this, the novena, and also at Christmas time they have beautiful carols that they started, and those touched me over COVID. So I like to follow them, but anyway, it is what it is. If it's not showing, I just check other channels. I check Google to see what I can find. I check YouTube, because they do post some of the events there. At least that way I can listen to it. So if you have access to it, then if you want to follow, you can follow. I don't know why there's so much control over the media here in Canada, because you can't see the news, you can't post it. Now it looks like even some of the religious organizations you're not going to be able to see. Anyway, all you can do is pray. That's what I do. I pray, because when you talk to them, it's like talking to the wall. It's like talking to deaf people, even about increasing the rates, putting money through so people can go to supermarkets and buy their food, not have to go to food banks. South Africa is so far ahead of us. I feel sorry for myself and for those of us who are living here, because the poverty there is high, but they're doing things that I suggested this government do, and this government's not interested. They're already putting through a living social assistance that's tied to inflation. They've already put through money that you can use at local grocery stores, and they have a card assigned that you can go to the main grocery stores and use it there. They could easily do it in Canada. It's not, if South African people can do it, they could easily do it here. Just like they put through those one-time reliefs for groceries, they could do it here. They could put it through so that it's tied to inflation, a basket of goods, average rents. They just don't want to, because it keeps people dependent and hungry and desperate. So it's sad. That's all I can say. If I can give you solutions and you don't want them, then that's not my problem. It's not my problem. All I can do is say that, you know what, I'm trying my best to help you, and you're not interested. And I can pray that I get a good paid job, and that God blesses my applications that I've sent out for work. That's what I can do. Because if you want to keep people poor, destitute, beggars, that's what you're going to do. Because it benefits you, it benefits the people at the top. That's what it does. But they also suffer from mental health problems and all that. They're not immune from it. So they don't want to listen. I pray that Our Lady intervenes for me, and that she, with Saint Joseph, hears my prayers that I make to the Heavenly Father, that I get a good paid job.